My name is P.R. Mukund. I am the founder trustee of Prakashana, which is not-for-profit trust registered in Bangalore, but we operate mostly in Pajaka near Udupi. And our primary mission is to protect, preserve, and disseminate Vedic knowledge. In particular, we focus on the teachings of Acharya Madhva, the saint philosopher from 800 years ago, who was the proponent of what is referred to as Dvaita Siddhanta, but more accurately called Tattvavada. And so our activities are several because the demographic that we serve is also quite diverse. In the first place, to take care of the manuscripts, ancient manuscripts that are there in various places in our mathas and libraries and so on, even with individual scholars. We, for the last 17, 18 years, something like that, we have been collecting and also preserving palm leaf manuscripts. And in order for us to deal with some of these very ancient manuscripts that, because of time, there is wear and tear, we have also come up with a few technologies, not everything independently, but we had our share of uniqueness in what we do. In terms of capturing the image, one of the things we do is use what we call multispectral imaging, where the palm leaf manuscripts that have engraving as the writing would be able to capture that engraving, even if the ink is totally gone, or if there is some covering of moss or some other material on top of the writings. So we have successfully used this in Bharat. We perhaps are one of the very few people, if not the only organization, that is actually using this technology for this specific purpose, if I'm not mistaken. And using this, we have actually been able to preserve some very, very rare manuscripts. That's one thing we do. That is fine. It is for posterity and future generation of scholars. That's a good thing. But in addition to that, those captured images we also reproduce on archival type paper, which is no acid and something that will last for a very long time. So we make bound books, and in Pajaka we started a library and a center just about a couple of years ago, year and a half ago actually, and so this wonderful facility in Pajaka, which is the birthplace of Acharya Madhva, we have thousands of these bound books that contain these manuscripts that we have been able to capture. And that is fine. That is for one demographic. That's for the scholars, both present and future, who want to study the Siddhanta in the original. So that is okay. But we have other demographics too. For one thing, we want to make sure that the Western scholars who perhaps don't understand the regional languages of southern part of India also should be able to access the wealth of philosophy and the scholarship that is there in this line of Tattvavada. So, to do something about that, about 2 years ago, we started a series of critical works on all the major works of Acharya Madhva, which collectively is referred to as Sarvamoola Grantha. So we've already published six of them, including two Bhashyas on Upanishads. These are critical studies in English, which has very extensive references, and all the surrounding necessary material that is needed to actually understand the works of Acharya Madhva. So we publish this in English, and that is also for that particular demographic of those people who don't understand the native languages of southern part of Bharat. We also have other demographics. For example, what about the young people who are perhaps uh, working in a technical field, who have an interest in our Siddhanta, and who would like to actually somehow learn something about it and apply it in their everyday lives for betterment of their personal self and also for society at large. So we do several things regarding that. We have some. I wrote a couple of books that were published in the last couple of years. These are in English, and these are easy to read, uh, easy to understand, perhaps difficult to implement, but definitely easy to follow and understand. One of the new initiatives that we're starting now with this particular um, uh, channel on the internet is to create a series of seminars. Now, the scholars and the people who come and give these seminars are outside guests, and we, as an institution, may or may not entirely subscribe to what they're saying. But we feel that it's very important that people should have an opportunity to listen to many different viewpoints so that at the end of the day, people can make their own choices. So, with that in mind, we are starting this seminar series, and some of them will be in English, some will be in Kannada, which is the regional language in Karnataka, where Pajaka is located. And these scholars we're going to invite to come, and we hope that we'll have at least one seminar every month. And given enough interest and availability of these learned speakers, we may even increase the frequency of the seminar series. Of course, these seminars will be announced to the public, and the local people, somebody in the Udupi region, can attend in person also. But more important than that, our goal is actually to disseminate this using technology, using the internet to as wide an, an audience as possible. So I invite you to not only listen to all these seminars, but I also request you, if you agree with our goals, I would also request you to spread the word and forward the links to our seminars to all of your friends, relatives, whoever may be interested in learning more about this unique and wonderful philosophy we call Tattvavada of Acharya Madhva. And I should also point out that not all the talks may be directly from scholars who subscribe to this school of thought. Like I said earlier, we would like to get differing viewpoints, which is totally fine in any academic setting. And so, even though we may not endorse all the uh, talks and the thoughts that are presented in these seminars, I can guarantee you that these will be from people who have some depth of understanding, who have spent many decades studying philosophy at large, and perhaps Tattvavada in particular. And I hope that all of you will support us. There is no financial angle to this at all. This is done strictly for the purpose of dissemination of knowledge. So, thank you very much, and I look forward to your participation and support. And If there is any way we can um, improve this, please let us know. You can always send a mail to info@taraprakashna.org. If you want to look at our website, which details all of our activities, the URL is www.taraprakashana, which is TARAPRAKASHANA.org. So, thank you very much. Namaste.